All right. Hello, everybody. Hey, Woody, and we see that. Cheers from the audience. Yeah. Batgoat just stepped away for a moment. He'll be right back. We're going to, of course, going to wait a few minutes to give more people a chance to come on in and join us and see who else might want to well. So, Woody, how are you doing, my friend? Bumbling along. Batgoat, I know you can maybe hear me. I know you can't speak yet because you're still working on your microphone there, but I think Woody just gave you a little tease there. And I just saw your mouth move, but didn't hear anything.
How about now? Are we good?
Yeah, now I hear you. So right. I guess Woody was saying you were bumbling along there.
Woody, did you really? Bumbling along. Yes, you are correct. Sorry, Woody. Yeah. And morning, Wood. Happy Friday to you. Who else here?
I think right now it's technically just you, me,
just
and
us.
Woody.
Okay. Well,
so
we're gonna like it at least.
Yeah, we're gonna at least wait a few more minutes. See who else shows up. So we're now up to 4 likes, or well, technically 3, because I think YouTube gives an automatic like in there too. So, yeah. So, okay. So I was answering the question about how I was doing. I myself have been bumbling. Oh, bumbling along. Okay, you were saying you were bumbling along. Okay.
Sorry for the misunderstanding there, Woody.
Well, it started with me because I was the one who kind of suggested he was saying that about you, but
it made sense.
Yeah,
it made sense, so I went with it.
Anyways, Batgoat, you were just about to say something before I kind of cut you off there. Sorry about that.
Was I? Oh, about Woody. I just said, sorry to hear you're bumbling along, or I think I was saying something like that. Me personally, I've been hitting the golf thing heavy, so I just got in. That's why I'm not showered tonight. So I don't know if this is cool, if you're all right with it, but I put on a hat, and this is sweaty, humidity, fuzzy, furry Batgoat.
Nobody here but you, me, and Susan Wojiski.
Right on, Woody. That is the truth, my man.
You and me and a dog named Boo.
A dog named Susan.
Come along.
Susan is a dog. Do not take that out on Mike Walters, Susan. This is me, Batgoat, who called you a dog. Is that cool, Mike?
Well, I mean, I'm
the only one who's going to be in trouble.
Yeah. I mean, if any of us are calling her a dog and she is a female, you get what I mean?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not going to go there. I think I know what you're intimating there, and I would not. I will, however, say this. Have you noticed, and since we all of us here, hello, Adafos.
Hey, Adafos, how you doing, man? Ado is here, too. Yep.
Who remembers the cartoon Droopy? Remember Droopy the dog?
I do. If you remember, about a week or so ago, I actually talked about Droopy's original voice actor, Bill Thompson, passing away back in 1971.
You did. All right. Yeah. Who was that? Chuck Fleischer or Tex Avery? Who did Chili Willy? Or Chuck Jones? It was one of the big guys. Did Chili Willy. Anyways, or Chili Willy.
Walter Lantz.
Droopy. Walter Lantz. Okay. But Droopy, I always remember, you know, he had the big saggy eyes that go way down like that, and then his jowls would drop down, and he would always say, "You know what? I'm happy." And so I think of Susan whenever I see him, because she's so, I don't want to attack her physically. That's what I see for some reason. So you can make out of that whatever you will.
Yeah.
It certainly wasn't a backhanded compliment. That was me trying not to get in trouble.
Yeah. Well, comparing her to an anthropomorphic dog, I think might actually be more complimentary compared to what I'm sure a lot of people call her. Right?
Yep, I agree.
Oh yeah, those Tex Avery's were the best.
No kidding. Tex Avery was really. Oh wow.
Well, Chili Willy was Walter Lantz Productions.
Yeah.
That was like the same house that eventually brought in like Woody Woodpecker and all that. So
okay.
And then MGM, of course, was the home of like Tom and Jerry, Spike and Tyke, Droopy.
Okay.
Those characters, and then
why? I think I'm wrong with saying Chuck Jones. What he was more of like the
Warner Brothers,
Red Hot Rider days, like those 40s style cartoons, the really good ones that we all know and love. Yeah,
ones that you can see if you have MeTV, you can see those like every morning at like I think 7 a.m. or 6 Central, I think.
No, Mike, we're streaming only household here, but I mean we have 4 services, which is almost a bit ridiculous. But I mean it's two. Sorry, I'm scratching my nose. 2 old retired guys. What do we care? So I just leave Netflix on because I have my bank of cartoons that I can fall asleep to or just watch. Or you know me, it's all cartoons.
Yeah. Let's see, and we're 7:40 right now, so we'll probably be starting soon here. So yeah, just for the people who are in here right now. So tonight we are going to be looking at February 1930. We're going to go back to February 1938 as we do every week. We go back and look through comics history. We're going to be in February 1938. We're going to be looking at DC Comics, looking through stories from Detective Comics number 13, New Adventure Comics number 24, and More Fun Comics number 30. Of course, for the 5 features we've been going through with those are, of course, from the team of Siegel and Schuster, including Slam Bradley, Dr. Occult, Steve Carson, the Federalman, Radio Squad. We actually will have two stories with Radio Squad tonight. And the one that's not Siegel and Schuster is Speed Saunders from Craig Fleisel. So, and as you guys know, we are into 1938, so we will be in the next couple months here. I'll let you know specifically when we get closer to it, but we will be getting to May of 1938, which is the month that, of course, Superman made hit. The May was the month that Action Comics #1 went on sale, even though it's cover date June, but went on sale.
Action Comics #1, baby.
And we will be looking at that coming up sometime in the next couple of months. As we get closer to the actual date, I'll let you know the specific date.
Mike, before you start, I had one more thing before you get officially in it. So, Woody, you're here, right? So and I don't know what you call it, Adafos, or I'm just going to say Ada. So Woody, as you know, the potato mic is gone. It's here, but I don't want to put it back into commission. So we now have the Dazzler 6000. That's replacing the potato mic 6000 here in the Batgoat studios. And if you can see, I guess we are close enough. You can see I used glitter glue around here, and I've got it turned around because some of it's falling off. It doesn't work good on plastic. So I think what's going to happen is I'll either put more of the little Dazzler guys on. I don't want to call it Bedazzler because there's a thing called the Bedazzler. Or maybe I'll use paint pens. I'm not sure. And then the okay.
And Ransom7 Productions just said Tokyo Ghoul anime sucks.
I don't know from that, so I'll defer to you, Mike. You're the expert. And then here's the other thing.
Tokyo Ghoul was an anime that was on Toonami a few years ago, so kind of a darker anime. So
okay.
But anyways,
But yeah, real quick.
Oh, okay.
Because I had mentioned yesterday, it took 3 weeks for me to get these unstable discs that I researched. A friend of mine who's sponsored by Prodigy Disc, meaning he's a real disc golfer, and online people said if you're a beginner and you can't throw far, you need to throw mid-range and understable, which there's a whole physics thing. I don't know how it works. But these are the ones I got yesterday, so I threw them today. This one I almost lost in the pond by being a dummy. There it is. That's a
Malta.
A Discraft Malta. And then check out this one. Unlike Kevin Smith, I'm a real geek.
Yeah. Yeah, and people have been having their fair share of
Did I say that out loud?
People have been having fun. Have been having.
He deserves it. What an absolute jerk! He's just been so ridiculous.
He sounds like a grade A JA, if you know what I mean.
He does. I agree with you.
Mm-hmm. Me and Ransom. Yes, we see that May's.
I got a compliment on the Dazzler. All right, Woody, thank you.
Which mangaka has the best storytelling?
Yes, out of Frisbee Golf.
That Dazzler is same as some mighty fine looking microphone. So, okay, I'm here. Hey, May. Welcome, May from Ransom. Frisbee golf. Adolf Foes was asking if you Frisbee golf.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Here you go. From May. All right, guys. So, anyways, we're at 12 minutes or 12 and a half minutes already. So, why don't we go ahead and get started with the reading of the comics and taking our little trip back in time to February 1938 and see what was going on in the world of DC Comics at the time.
I'm sorry, say the date again, please.
Okay. The date is okay. So the on sale date would have been February of 1938. The cover date's March of 38. So
okay.
Just I think May just said something here. So let's and GrifterBoi's back with us as well. Mike, you look rather too close on the camera, as per usual. Well, I have to kind of dive in to be able to read.
So he can read the screen. That's how he rolls. And I've actually pushed my computer far away so you can see my wonderful Dazzler mic, the Dazzler mic 6000, available from Batco Industries.
And then GrifterBoi says, "Get off the stream."
I don't know what that means.
Well, I don't know. Hey, guys, everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. Grifter, Ransom. I don't know what issue you guys have, but we're all friends here. Let's try to be cool. Okay,
Mike, he could be joking if they know each other from other streams. It'd be like I would throw an insult at say like Llama Gigante if I was in another stream and people didn't know us.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just making sure. Just everybody's friendly and stuff like that. So, and then Woody's saying, or May's asking Woody's up, man. So anyway, let's get into the article here. So cover date March of 38. So that means that this is Detective Comics Volume 1, Issue 13, which went on sale in February of, I think, late February of 1938. So you see the detective-looking guy when somebody's about to try to grab him from behind there.
That's a hairy arm.
Yeah, so All right, as normal, we're gonna of course go down to. We're gonna start with Slam first, since that's the longest read, and then we'll come back up to Speed.
I see what you did there, Woody.
And I'll kind of stop a few times to let you guys kind of see the stuff here. So I've probably been doing that as I was going. But of course, it was this month. It was, I think, in February, early March here. These were basically the last set of comics that Malcolm Wheeler Nicholson, I believe, was being listed as the editor on. We talked last week about his departure, and here's the other little Sheetster feature that we
before his little cruise.
Yeah.
Hello, Trapper.
What was that, Batgoat?
New people in the chat. Welcoming them. Trapper and VoidRanger.
Okay. All right. Hey, Tractor, and hello. How you guys doing? Hope you're all doing well. We're doing our weekly. Look at comics history. So I hope you guys will. Oh, and look who's back! Hey, Solid. How you doing, man? Minecraft Warden need to be. All right. Just a reminder to check out the Rekita stream tonight. It's going to be one hell of a show. And then Tractors. Hey, question for you two. What's your favorite beer? I don't drink alcohol, Tratter. I don't drink alcohol.
This is a visual clue. I'll be right back.
All right. Rekita Gamma announces some Vic stuff. Huh. All right. So, anyways, all right. All right. So I'm going to continue scrolling down until we get to Slam here.
Okay, I'm going to show my favorite beer off. From the Boathouse Brothers in Prior Lake, Minnesota. I'm going to have that after the show.
There's of course the Alger strip there, the Pine Road prisoner. Look at Alger's work there. Back out. Buck Marshall, range detective, and black and white, of course, the black and white palette here. They even had black and white in comics. Here we go.
There's Slam.
Slam Bradley, by Jerome Siegel and Joe Shuster. All right, so let's see here. I was trying to see where the one on the left here, where the there we go. I see where the tail is. That first one right there, I was trying to figure out where the tail was, so I knew who was talking there. Say, if the tunk mugs in there get a gander at our getup, it'll be like waving a red flag in front of a bull. Don't I know it? Come on, here's where the fun starts. Things having proceeded too quietly during the last several days to please Slam, our hard-boiled detective pal decides to deliberately stir up some excitement. Oh, they know that we like Slam, right? Get how they said that?
I'm sorry. Say that one again.
I'll read the first lines there again. Things having proceeded too quietly during the last several days to please Slam, our hard-boiled detective pal decides to deliberately stir up some excitement. You notice how they called him our pal?
Yeah. That's you're right. You're right.
It's like they know we like him.
Slam doesn't play around.
Yeah.
Slam's our guy.
Dressed in evening clothes and high hat, he and Shorty saunter along the waterfront and prepare to enter the most villainous saloon to be found. So it's like they're looking for trouble almost, right?
Go for it, Slam.
He
ain't afraid.
So there's a couple of interesting terms there, Batgoat, and I think I'll let you kind of help define them a bit. There's the term evening clothes, and
okay. Yeah. Well, he's dressed up for a night out, but I mean, he's wearing evening clothes, what we think of really traditional early 20th century. That looks like he's got a top hat and a coat with tails.
Right. And then there's also saunter along the waterfront. So
you want
remind us what saunter means.
You want modern translation of what saunter along means? Well, I could say something like a swagger. Let's say that. I could have gone rude.
A type of walk. I know that much. Sure.
Yeah. To like he's sauntering. He's moving slowly along. He knows people are looking at him.
Yeah, that's what I'm figuring.
And then, of course, they called him hard-boiled, which means he's a good egg.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's 1 point for Batgoat. I made it funny.
Whoa! Blast me barnacles! This is getting better. Better be a classy joint. Sashity, friendzo, yorn, Joe. Never saw him before.
I think he was saying society in a really weird way. Society.
Yeah, society.
Yeah.
Friends, yorn, Joe. Never saw him before. Slam. Why not jump off a cliff? It's just as dangerous. Not getting scared, are you, Shorty?
And their sentences were in parentheses, so I think they were talking under their breath, kind of just so that they could hear each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing too. What'll you have? Nothing. We're just looking around. You know, slumming. Slumming? Did you hear that? Why, that lop-eared, lily-livered, aristocrats.
The aristocrats.
Yeah. Let's give them something to talk to their high hat pals about. And the funny thing is, I don't think Slam is really as much a high hat guy as they think he is.
No.
And I think they're about to learn that, aren't they?
The hard way, yes.
Maybe, but we'll see. Gripping bottles, chairs, blackjacks, knives, whatever. So a blackjack, Batgoat. What exactly is a blackjack here?
Wasn't that a blackjack was something they put in their hand, but like a club, like a mini club. It's like hard,
Right, I
made of
believe
wood or
I
something.
think it was some kind of mini flexible club that you would.
Yeah,
Yeah,
be
and
like
I think
leather with a weighted ball at the end, or
something to that effect. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, I'm going to go off camera for just a quick moment so I can turn on my light. I'll be right back.
Okay, go ahead. And I see Trap Bear is. Are you asking me and Mike? I'll answer that. I just finished a pack of Nathan's hot dogs last week. I order those from the store every once in a while. I like Nathan's hot dogs. And then, of course, mustard and kraut, sometimes onions. So.
All right. So I guess there was a question, I guess. What's your favorite hot dog? Well, I mean, I don't know if I have any particular favorite. Are you talking about favorite brand or what have you? I don't have a favorite style or brand or anything like that. You know. And we got a Biff Burt. Hello, Biff Burgerberg. Welcome to
Biff.
Point. Let's see. Solid at Adafos. No, Chris Chan had struggled with his mom.
That was, remember, Mike, when I was asking if you saw the Nick video from earlier?
Oh, yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch that, but
yeah, it's kind of, I mean, that's kind of big news.
Yeah.
You can see, oh gosh, you can see my Yeti mic in the
snuggle his mom. Oh, that doesn't sound very nice.
I mean, it's really early in what's going on, so we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, it sounds pretty bad.
All right. Well, anyways, back to the more positive stuff, as Tug would put it. Whatever they can lay hands on, the motley crowd slowly closes in upon Slam and Shorty. Motley, which usually means like kind of disorganized or messy or kind of, uncouth.
Yeah, the music group Motley Crue, they spelled it a different way, but that was an old saying. What a motley crew that is.
Yeah. Look in the mirror, Slam. No, you look. Here's where I go into action. As a chair swishes down towards its skull, Slam suddenly ducks. Take that. Ow. But let me offer you this in return. Look out, Slam! Here they come! The whole mob! Oh. Sorry, I don't want it. Okay, I missed that part. Let's see.
There's his famous move, Slam. You go.
Swinging the
there
guy.
There it is.
This is more fun than going to the movies.
Slam! Picks up a dude by his ankles, knocks out 3 of his bros.
Right. That's a classic move from those days, right?
Gotta love Slam.
Hey, watch it. You almost got me on that swing. Well, you guys started the fight, right?
No, that's Shorty. Shorty's underneath yelling that.
Oh, okay.
He knocked down 4. 1, 2, 3. He knocked down 4. No, he knocked down 3. Never mind.
Hey, watch it. You almost got me on that swing. Okay, that sounds a little better. Seizing the luckless sailor, Slam uses him as a human flail. A flail, as I recall. Oh no, I'm probably thinking of mace. Kind of a handle with a chain on it and like a spiked ball. That's more of a. Not sure if that's a flail or that's a mace, but to beat back the others, dashing from the opponent to the other, he smashes them right and left as though they were but bowling pins. Abruptly, the din is silenced. for the simple reason that none besides Slam and Shorty remain conscious. So he basically knocked out that motley crew, as it were.
Yes.
Will you look at them? Nothing but a bunch of sissies. Let's go, Shorty. Maybe we'll find some real opposition elsewhere. Wait, my pocketbook, it's missing. Ah, here it is. Swipe my roll, will ya? Stooping, Shorty acquires the pocketbook, the contents of which are to fling he and Slam into one of their most sensational adventures. Grabbing a pocketbook will lead you to an adventure? That sounds interesting.
All right.
Later on the avenue, as Shorty, as Shorty pauses to make a purchase, he discovers, avenue is another name for street, but now most of the time when we hear avenue, it's usually like here in Southern California, we have a Catella Avenue for it. But avenue, I think, is another way of fancy saying street, of like a street, like the Atlantic City boardwalk kind of is like would be called an avenue.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where you have a bunch of like outdoor, stations and all that on it. Anyways. Hey, this ain't my pocketbook at all. It must belong to one of those sailors. I don't care to whom eat belong. I want my monies. Is there any mark of identification inside? Shorty finds that the purse contains nothing but a few coins and a note. And it reads, Danny Burke tonight, the ship Clarion, come armed. Danny Burke. I think they used that name before in a Slam. I think that might have been the name of the boxer that Slam had befriended a few issues before as well. Of course, right. I guess there could have been a lot of Danny Burkes back in those days. Right, Batgoat?
To this day, too, I would imagine. It's a fairly common name.
Yeah. Golly, it looks like a gang intends to rob the Clarion tonight. We better hurry and warn its skipper. "15 minutes later. Ahoy there! We want to come on board and see the skipper." It's important. Then get the lead out in your feet and come aboard. I'm the skipper here. And that's how we found this note. Bye! You're sure lucky that we did. This looks serious like. Won't you gents step into my cabin and talk this here thing over? I'm wondering if maybe. As Slam, accepting the captain's invitation, enters his cabin, he is felled by an unexpected blow. Okay, you see that thing in his hand right there?
That's a blackjack.
That's a blackjack.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, stop that. You're going nuts. Slam, speak to me. It's Shorty. Stand back from him or I'll shoot.
They got on the wrong boat.
Or they may have been too late. Whatever was planned in that note they may have already happened. Sailors burst into the cabin. Say, that's the guy whose pocketbook I took. Oh, so it's you, you little runt. Danny, throw these here snoopers into the brig. Later, the swaying movement of the Clarion, which has put out to sea, revives Slam. What's going on here, anyway? We ought to know soon. Look, the door is opening. We demand to be released at once. Sure, a cell is no place for men of action. Men of action, eh? Ho ho, come along. I'll fix ye proper. 10 minutes later, finds our friends on hands and knees scrubbing the deck. Golly, how was I to know they'd pull a stunt like this? Quiet, you swabs. A little more elbow grease and a little less talk there. When I give the signal, drop as though from exhaustion. I get ya. Get up, you A little token from me to you.
Boom. What are you throwing him? Or did he hit him?
I think he hit him. It looked like a bucket.
He hit him and the dude dropped his gun. Okay, yeah. Oh, he threw a bucket at him. Okay, yeah.
He's out. Now what? Now to get to the lowdown on this whole business. Stealing to the skipper's cabin, Slam approaches the porthole and prepares to get an earful. Oh, he does in the form of a belaying pin. Snooping again, huh? When Slam revives, what, where? Yeah, we're back in the brig. You and your swell ideas. And look, yeah, we're back in the brig. You and your swell ideas.
Yeah, Shorty's not happy. You know, doesn't Slam know that getting hit on the head repeatedly is bad for you? Doesn't it lead to that, what's that condition where they start to not be able to speak when they get older?
CTS or something like that?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, hello, B2. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. What's your favorite horror movie? We got a lot of questions going on here. What's your favorite? Yeah.
I'm kind of ignoring him.
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, it says here that only one is watching now. According to the counter. Anyways.
Woody fell asleep. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I noticed. I noticed that. Well, he might be going. He might have come in as Adipose, but I don't know. Toys isn't here. Leto, I know, will probably come in a little later.
Usually comes in. He'll be in about 20 minutes, I would imagine, and then he's got to go to work.
Yeah. Say, do you smell something? Smoke. Fire, the dread of all seagoing men. With each second, the smoke increases. Shorty and Slam rush to the brig's entrance. Help! Let us out of here! We'll burn like trapped rats. Give your lungs a rest, Shorty, and listen to me. When I conked that sailor with the water bucket, I pocketed his gun. Our only chance is for me to shoot the lock off the door. Hooray for you, Slam! Go to it. Why didn't they do that sooner, I wonder? He had a gun and he could have shot the lock off the door and gotten themselves out. Why didn't he do that sooner, I wonder? Bang, bang! Slam empties his revolver into the lock. Will his plan work? To the delight of Slam and Shorty, the door swings open, its lock shattered. We're free! But what of it? We'll fry anyway. No, we won't. Look. On the forward deck, a flag code operator is frantically signaling for assistance to a passing liner.
Using semaphore.
With semaphore, that's like kind of the flag language of the sea, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah. Using flags to speak.
Jubilant, our detective friends, yes, our detective friends, our hard-boiled detective friends, turn the corner of a cabin, then crouch back, astounded by what they see and hear. Down, men, stay hidden till you're alongside. Keep those machine guns covered. Keep those machine guns covered. Pile on more firewood. We've got to have more smoke. So based on this exchange here, Batgoat, what do you think is actually going to happen?
I think they're setting up a little bit of an ambush.
Sounds like it to me.
Might be a trap. Yeah.
Isn't this now? I know you're the guy. You're the Navy corpsman. You're the guy who's had the experience on in seamanship. Is this kind of a common ploy that is used on the sea like this?
Not that I know of. To pretend that, I guess that's a ploy for anything, for someone to pretend that they're stricken some kind of vessel. It doesn't even have to be the sea, right?
Well, yeah, but I actually have seen this in other stories too. But I was just wondering if it happened much in like real life. Like during your Navy career, did you ever like?
Not that I know of, but yeah, no one would ever try to fake out the United States Navy. I mean, that's obviously like a liner or a cargo ship or something. That's a liner, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. As far as I know, like what modern day stuff, the pirates off the coast of Somalia, they just attack like cargo vessels and oil ships and fast gunboats.
Yeah, that does look like a liner. It does look like a liner right there. Maybe that was their plan on all the time. Jiminy! They're gonna loot the liner. Not if we can help it. Shorty, you attract their attention, get them to chase you, and leave the rest to me. Okay, but if they catch and kill me, I swear I'll never listen to any of your dizzy schemes again. Of course I'll never listen to it, and he'll be dead. that almost goes without saying, right, Batgoat?
Yeah, I've heard people say that though. If this doesn't work, I'm going to kill you. Well, you won't be able to kill me if you're dead.
Yeah.
That's something Shorty would say.
Yeah. Trembling, knees knocking, Shorty obeys Slam's instructions. Inwardly hoping Bradley knows what he's doing. You have peekaboo. Oh, what was that, Batgoat?
I said, of course he does. He hopes Slam knows what he's doing.
That snooper, he's loose. Get him before he spoils everything. A rowboat is dispatched from the liner to rescue the Clarion's crew. But if anyone is in need of rescue, it's Shorty. His pursuers are gaining on him. Hey, Slam, isn't it about time you did something? As though in answer to Shorty's call, Slam makes his appearance, clutching the nozzle of the deck hose. I'll bet this is the first time in years you guys have had a bath.
Nice, Slam.
Probably. Ho, Slam, you're killing me.
That'll work. You turn the fire hose on people and they're not going to fight you.
Yeah. When the boat from the liner reaches the Clarion, what is the meaning of this? These pirates were planning to rob your ship, but I fancy they've abandoned the idea. You'll receive a splendid reward for this. Splendid? Huh? How much is that in dollars and cents? Coming next issue, Slam Bradley, Up North. Don't miss it. And Lieutenant Alan McLeod, just to take a quick peek at that, and then we'll go back up to Speed. And before, of course, I head up there, let me just take a quick peek and see where we're at on time here. Oh, wow, 48 minutes. And like Woody said, pastrami, Reuben, pumpernickel. And
I said, that's a good Sammy.
Yeah. All right. So anyways, going back up. Yeah, we haven't heard from Maymay in a while either. Or did she have to? I think she said she was doing something, right? Batgoat?
I don't remember if she said that or not.
So now we're going to, of course, be going back up to Speed Saunders. And I know some of you are going to probably ask me, why did I go down to the last story first and read that and then go back up to... Well, I go with the longest story first because the longest story is going to... In the Slam Bradley story is 13 pages. So, and then Speed's only 6. So I go basically from the most number of pages to the least number when possible. So if they're all roughly the same pages, then I might, it's just more easier because, to kind of measure out the time a bit. All right, here we go. Speed Saunders by Craig Flessel. So Craig Flessel was the writer and artist on some of these earlier Speed Saunders stories. They did eventually bring in Gardner Fox to write these stories. So let's get started on this one. So there's Speed right there, our FBI river patrol guy.
Mm-hmm.
Get that man, find him, scour the city, find the missing witness, or the trail cannot go on. These thoughts haunt Speed Saunders, ace investigator, as he searches in vain for Mike Cerro, the missing witness in the famous Little Tom murder case. But finally, Speed spots his man, leaping from a footbridge into the speeding car. He makes it.
Wow.
But
Oh, that's, in real life, that I don't think that happens.
yeah, that probably doesn't happen a whole lot, or if people even try it, I don't see it happen. I don't see it being that successful.
Correct. I think that's more of a stuntman move. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm the unknown stuntman that makes Eastwood look so fine. You know where that's from, right? Back up.
Colt Stevers, the Fall Guy. Of course.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Not that I actually watched the show, but I've heard the song before. I've seen the.
I did. I loved that show when I was growing up.
Yeah. Okay. Pull over to the curb. Put away that gun, Mike. Crash! And look at that. Looks like Speed's getting in a little fisticuffs there. Hey there, Batgoat.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just used an older term. Batgoat, would you like to explain to everybody, for those who may not know, what the term fisticuffs means?
Fisticuffs means fighting, boxing. The fisticuffs, put up your dukes. Right. Yeah, that's an older term.
Yeah, I actually remember. It's kind of funny. I remember a scene from Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme, and I don't know the actor's name, but the guy who played Lynn, their translator, and and he was trying to at first he was calling Frank Dutton, and then Frank was correcting him. No, it's Frank Dukes, and then the guy goes, "Oh, like put up your dukes," and he goes, "Yeah." Oh, and I missed this part. The driver suddenly loses control, and the car careens wildly across the road, crashing into a steel pole. Careen, which Batgoat, would you like to explain what careen means?
Careen, usually when you say careen, you mean to swerve out of control. Careen off the road. That's what I think of.
Yeah, that's basically what I think of too.
Swerve wildly.
Right. Battered and dazed, Speed battles against odds until the police arrive. Looks like a good street fight. You said it, Casey. Go easy with that club, Casey. My head is sore already. Okay. So you finally caught up with Cerro. Now the trial can go on. But stick around, Speed. There's gonna be fireworks. Okay, Chief. Having caught his man, Speed now relaxes and stops in to see his friends at Barney's. but his troubles have just begun because the Mike Sarrow gang has him on the spot.
Oh no, it's the Mike Walters gang.
No, I think it's the Mike Sarrow gang.
Okay, sorry.
I mean, I guess if you feel like being part of, and if you think our little community is part of the Mike Walters gang, that's cool. But we don't go around muckraking or operating speakeasies or anything like that.
Nope. We can thwart evil plans by through comic book knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Right. There's Saunders at the end of the bar. Okay, Barney. Going so early, Speed? Yeah. I got a busy day tomorrow. See you, McGann. I guess that's how. And you notice how back then they spell tomorrow. Today we would spell tomorrow as one word, but I've seen that a lot where that's how they spelled tomorrow back then, where T-O with a hyphen and then tomorrow.
Okay. Which is what an old English kind of a contraction ish type of thing to the morrow.
Right.
And you're shortening it to tomorrow.
And then it eventually, I guess, became one word.
Yeah. Good eye on that.
Yeah. Speed is followed by a gunman. As they approach a dark alley, the gunman draws his rod and like that sound effect, Batgoat?
He farted?
No, that I meant that to be machine gun, not fart, but
okay.
I guess I didn't do that too well if you thought it was a fart, but
I'm playing with you a little bit, but yeah, it could have been better.
My gosh, they got Speed Saunders. Hey, you just got shot. What are you grinning about, eh?
Hey Mike, you want some fries?
Yeah, I'll take them. You guys obviously just heard my sister there.
Hello, sister.
Well, she's outside. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. According to YouTube, no one's here. But if anyone is here. Hey, Leto's here. All right, Leto. Good to see you. Anyone want to play Hangman? I'll go ahead and write down a word. And you guys can play on chat as long as we're not too disrupting to Mike. Let me think of a word. Okay, drive safe, Leto. And anyone else? Woody, if you're awake. I should speak. I'm definitely one to fall asleep on the couch. Okay, I have a word written down. If anyone wants to play, I'll go ahead and put this over here. If we're going to get any takers on this, we'll go ahead and open it up. If not, I'll just sit here and talk like a fool until Mike comes back. I for sure want to make sure that the word I wrote down is a legitimate word and not two words. Nope, it's two words. So, okay. You weren't here yesterday, Letta? I came in late, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, I think I came in right at the end. I had golfed and then I went to the bar and had a few beers. Today I golfed, went to the bar, bought to-go beers so I can have them after the show. And now I need to think of a word for hangman. Okay, I've got an easy word. If anyone wants to play. Let's see, no one's watching now. All right. I'll continue to talk to myself. I've got something here to... That's a big cup. Hey, Woody. That is a big cup. You're right. Because Speed isn't a small dude, right? That's a big cup right there. Look, he's got no neck. Huh. Okay. Hangman's ready if anyone wants. If not, Woody. Do you want to see what I've done for the Lulz trophy? The sticky wall racers. Yeah, my wall ninjas. I threw them away because they only cost $1. They're like that gooey, like slime stuff you have, but you know how you always put that back into a package? So I was putting those in the Ziploc bag, but I mean, it's a really small thing with sticky, slimy stuff, and they just dried out after a while.
All right, I'm back. So, yeah.
Those were fun to win.
It looks like Leto came in, huh?
He did.
Yeah, so, hey, Mike, and Batgoat, Woody, May, and Ransom. How are y'all? Hey, Leto. Well, hopefully, I know you'll be getting ready to drive to work, but hopefully you'll enjoy what we're doing as we already got through the slam story already, but we're right now going through the speed story. So,
hey, Leto, Slam picked up a dude by his ankles, and he swung around and knocked out 3 dudes.
Now, of course, if you as you guys know, I do keep my streams up for the most part. So if you guys want to go back and catch any portion of the stream that you missed, you can always do that. And as always, of course, I do appreciate any and all likes and shares. Help get more people in here to enjoy the content. So I'll be, let's see, Leto saying I'll be listening on while I'm driving. Sorry I wasn't here yesterday. Was under the weather and was passed out. All right.
Good guess, Woody.
Andy. Let's see. That's a big cop. From Woody. I'm here, but driving. Sorry, no problem. Hey, as long as you're here, I hope, as I said, I hope you enjoy the content. How about those sticky wall racers?
My ninjas, remember those guys, Mike?
Yeah.
I had to throw them away.
I'll take a pee. Okay. All right. Well, anyways, let's slam laugh out loud. All right. So, anyways, let's get back to this story now. Shh. Get a taxi for me. I'm okay. Yes, I got shot, but I had this bulletproof vest on. Announce my death in all the papers, and then at the trial, watch. I wonder. Well, that's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Meanwhile, in little Tom's cell, Gee, he's smart, Malor. Yeah, sure. I had one of the gang take care of Saunders, so it's all over the front page, and I got your case in the bag. Now, as the first witness for the state versus Little Tom, I am calling Mr. Speed Saunders to take the stand.
Toys!
ATC is here. Hey,
Toys is in the house.
Hey, man.
He's
We had a good day at work today.
Like his little sleeping emojis. You tired, dude? Glad to have you here.
You know that he got a new job, right, Batgoat?
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah. Holy socks! It's him! He's alive! He got shot! He's dead! Cripes! It must be a twin brother. Looks like him, though. It's him, all right.
What year is this?
What year?
1938, huh?
Yeah,
1938.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look up how realistic that is.
Yeah, the book came out in February 38, so within the internal DC chronology, it would have been happening in February of 38, basically. I don't approve of using him as a witness, but let him take the stand. I don't like this. Look, I don't like the look of things. I'm sure Mr. Saunders' testimony will be of interest to all present. And now, Mr. Saunders, since you have returned from the dead, do you know who attempted to murder you? Yes, my murderer is in the courtroom. Shall I point him out to you for you? I object, Your Honor. This has nothing to do with the present case. Ooh, yes. Objections overruled. Proceed with the testimony. The judge is on the spot. Maybe I should have read that part first. Very well. I accuse the man in the back row as the assailant who tried to kill me. What? I've been framed. The judge is in on this too. I ain't doing nothing. Take him out. He lies. Order in the courtroom. Harumph. The judge is a crock. A crock. Sit down.
Crook, I say.
What was that?
A crook, I say.
Sit down, you young upstart. And I also accuse you, Judge Tug.
That's Judge Tug. Shh! Don't. We won't tell Tug about this.
Oh boy.
All we need is Mars Girl to say, see, we knew it. He's a corrupt judge. Wait, first he was the furniture empire guy. Then he was wanted by Interpol. Now he's a judge.
I accuse you, Judge Tugg, of being an active member of the crooked ring of politicians ruling this city. Sit down. Take that, you brazen liar. I'll clear the court. Arrest him. Arrest me? Oh no, you won't get me. Stop him. Stop him. He's going to jump out of that window. I hope it's not it is. Oh boy. I was about to say, I hope that's not an elevated window, but apparently it is.
Oops.
The crooked judge plunges to his death on the courthouse steps. Ouch.
I guess that's kind of an admission of guilt right there. That's just me. I could be wrong.
Yeah, but he'd rather commit suicide than go to jail.
yeah, that's a definite admission of guilt. But
gee, Uncle Speed, the papers are full of news about the job you did on the little Tom case, which all goes to prove that crime does not pay, no matter who you are.
Mm-hmm. All right, Speed.
So there we go. So there's the end of. So we're done with Detective Comics. And now we're going to go on and read our friend Steve Carson and look at the Federal Men here. A moment here.
Here's where our hangman is. Let's see. See that, Woody? Let's see if my photos updated yet, so I can show you guys pictures. Okay, there's one. How come the other one isn't here? Cool. Maybe it'll be here by the end of the show, so I can show Leto. I told you Leto's driving.
Hour and 13 minutes there.
Hour and 13. Yeah, looking good.
All right. Hopefully, well, with the remaining stories being like 4-4-2-2, we should be able to get through them pretty quickly. So.
Sure. Yep. Yeah. You're flying. It's a great slam story as always.
Yeah. And of course, everybody's favorite. And Batgoat, what is everybody's favorite slam move?
Pick up the dude by the ankles, swing him around.
Yeah.
The ankle swing. He's the best.
Yeah. And then, of course, as I said, these are the last set of books. I believe that you see the name right there, Malcolm Wheeler Nicholson, that he's listed as the editor and publisher.
The major.
And then the following month, Ben Sullivan is the one who gets promoted to editor and publisher. Captain Jim and the Texas Rangers there. Golden Dragon by Tom Hickey. Have a nice kind of orange and red palette there. Interesting there. Orange, red, and yellow, all within all connecting colors there.
Mm-hmm.
All Oz Bob in black and white from Alger. Dale Daring, red and white, color palette there.
Mm-hmm. 80 noticed that. Was that last week or 2 weeks ago? She noticed about the colors. She says,
Yeah, I know.
Right.
I know she hasn't been here in a while either. In the last week or so. I hope everything's all right.
Just like we talked about, sometimes you just go away from your regular creators for a little bit, and it doesn't mean nothing.
Right. Federal, and there's Steve Carson right there. Federal Men by Jerome Siegel and Joe Shuster.
That's our guys.
Yep. The Federal Men, the G-Men as they're sometimes called, or called the G-Men back in those days. Under cover of the dark night, a number of men casually wander into an apparently abandoned warehouse. Again, you got some interesting colors connecting here.
Mm-hmm. They're bright. Good colors.
Yeah. Steve Carson, hot on the trail of waterfront smugglers, plays a hunch. Look suspicious to me. I believe I'll look the place over. Just a minute, you. Where do you think you're going? Just as I thought. The beard's a phony. I get it. A federal dick. Batgoat, do you know why I'm laughing?
Yeah, because we've talked about this before. Instead of what the normal saying would be a private dick, right? Private dick for private eye, private investigator, and railroad dick. Real famous. There were the railroad dicks that would try, run around and beat the hobos off the cars. But saying a federal dick, I think that's a little slam. I think, that's a way to call someone a dick. Because people didn't really say that, did they?
Well, probably back in those days. Maybe back in, because there are times, and I know this happens a lot in in the southern dialects, when we've talked about how Tug says y'all,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Tug
I know
hates it when we say y'all.
Yeah. Well, because what it is, it's kind of I think a contraction, I guess is what you might call it. It's like, the proper term is you all,
Mm-hmm,
but people jam it together as y'all,
Yeah.
And I think dick is that kind of situation, like detective, or when, and I often thought when people would use the term get right, REKT, I thought part of that came from the idea of Nick Rekita's name and all that. So, but I think
spelling it wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, get some ropes and weights, boys. Our pal here has a date with the fishes. You'll never get away with this. As I'm trying to do my best Robert Stack impression. Two members of the gang climb to the second floor in search of weights and converse, unaware they are being overheard. Here's these irons ought to do. Well, make one less cop on our trail. After the smugglers depart, their eavesdropper comes out of hiding. It is Jerry Saffron, a waterfront waif who had crept into the warehouse to sleep. Now, waif is another older term. Batgoat, would you like to explain to everybody what a waif is?
A smaller person, and obviously it's unigender. It could be boy or girl that's of smaller stature. just a smaller person, right?
Well, I always got the impression that a waif was kind of like a younger person, like a child or something like that, who was maybe on the lower socioeconomic end.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense than what I said.
Yeah. Gosh, they've captured a policeman and are gonna kill him. Quickly as his small legs will carry him, Jerry climbs through a window and down the side of the warehouse. Boy, I've got to find a cop, and there's no maybe about it. Follow me quick, gangsters! They captured G-Man. They're gonna rub him out. They're G-Man. Beat it, you little brat, you little pest.
He said, "Go on."
Huh?
It's a W, like, go on, get out of here, go on.
Oh, go on, beat it, you little pest. You kids and your fairy tales make me sick.
Oops.
Golly, I can't make him believe, but he's got to. He's got to. Jerry put the desperate plan into action.
All right, Jerry.
You look at how they made the skin red in this.
Mm-hmm.
Red, blue, and yellow palette right there. Ooh, ouch! Who did that? Me, you big lug. Yeah. All coppers has got big feet. Oh, he's egging on the cop.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be bashful. Join the gangs.
Really? 4 cops with their billy clubs out were running after this kid to go lay a smackdown on him.
Oh, could you imagine what the defund the police people would be doing about this?
So I'm saying, like, maybe there's something to this whole thing. Look, we've got it right here. 4 cops. Nothing better to do than chase after some kid who's trying to do the right thing, and they're going to lay a Rodney King on him. Come on, guys.
Get that kid. We'll teach him a lesson he'll never forget. I should have read this. Jerry's plan worked beyond even his most sensational hopes. As he runs, he continues to throw rocks, and more and more. I should have read that part first. Oh well. And more police join in the chase.
Yeah, okay. It makes more sense if he's just running down the street hucking rocks at every cop he sees. Okay, yeah, they're all gonna chase him down. I should have read
that first. I should have scanned down to make sure that there wasn't something there. That was on me.
Kid's got a brass pair.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of kids back then had. I mean, a lot of those kids with the hats like that, and so that
the newsy hats kids, yeah, they were little toughs.
Yeah. At that very moment, follow me. There's a rear door that ends directly above the river. Pretty convenient. But before the smugglers can dispose of Steve, Jerry tears into the warehouse. A gun battle ensues in which the police, who had followed him, emerge victorious. Bang, 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 bang! Days later, Steve personally has seen to it that Jerry was adopted by kindly, well-to-do people. A letter for you, a letter for you, Jerry. We think it's from Steve Carson. It is. It is. Boy, a badge and certificate. Yippee! I've been made a junior federal man.
Don't forget to drink more Ovaltine.
The end. Hey, fellas! You too can join the JFMC and get a badge and certificate and form a local branch and catch crooks. And look at all these new
kids.
You don't see that today. You don't see an active campaign to get kids excited about joining the FBI.
No, but you know what we do see, Mike? Look at these newspaper clip outs here. They're fake. It's a joke for the comic book because no newspaper back in 1938 ever published Junior G Man captures fugitive. That's a made up thing, obviously. Yeah. So
JFMC sweeping America. Junior G Man captures fugitive. Boy slew foil bandits.
No, yeah, the Washington Post did not print that, but they do print flat out lies. I mean, they just straight up lie to us right now in this year of our Lord 2021. And so there's quite the similarity there.
And then, of course, here's the text page of the ad, I guess, of the pitch that Steve Carson himself makes for the Junior Federal Men Club. We'll just kind of breeze through the rest of this real quick. As in like a tale of two cities, so we can get to more fun. And I'm going to actually go to my other site, the Comic Truth Club site for the more fun stories.
And once again, I'm going to show the Hangman board. Woody,
yeah, they were using a lot of red, white, red and red, green, blue combos here, and red, white, orange combos.
The red, yellow, red, white seems to be the most eye-catching, I think. The really bright yellows and reds.
Yeah, and they were using these were common palettes back then too, and we talked about before.
Yep.
Yeah,
I like them. I like them. They're eye-catching.
It is kind of an eye catcher.
It is. It pops. It brings it to life for sure.
Oh, and red and orange and yellow are usually the colors that flames are made of.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that! I guess they're taking a woman hostage there.
Ruh-roh.
The hand gag.
The goon hand.
And there, look at that! Somebody just got beat up there.
Ooh.
The neighbor club. Here's another Alger piece, of course. And I really should kind of actually let's see, where are we at on time there? Should probably let's see. Oh, 128. We're not too bad off. Maybe I can finish doing this real quick so you guys can see all this. Should get to the other stories real quick. All right, I'm going to go ahead now and just head over to so we can get to those last stories. Comic Book Plus. And a lot of these are, I think, considered, and reason this is a legal site, because a lot of these, I think, are considered, let's see, what's the term?
Public domain?
Public domain, yeah. Because a lot of these titles have been retired, and or a lot of these companies are no longer in existence here.
That makes sense.
Archie, I think, is the only one on here that's actually still in existence of these ones.
Yes. Leto, let's see. My picture of me golfing today uploaded, but the picture I took of my salad from the other night, it still hasn't uploaded yet.
All right, so more fun comics. And we'll go on to issue 30, of course. That's where we're at. All right, so here we go. So here's More Fun Comics number 30. And you can just see that scan is kind of bad.
Mm-hmm.
And, and the reason I have it so large here, of course, is just simply because, it is
hard to read.
Yeah. So here's the Dr. Cult story by Leaguer and Ruth. Now, Leaguer and Ruth was a pseudonym that Leaguer and Ruth was a story, or was a pseudonym that Siegel and Schuster used. So now the interesting thing, and some of the notes I was seeing on this particular feature, Ellsworth here, the cop that is basically Dr. Cult's main contact with the police department. He's over like about 5 issues here, between issues like 26 and 30. He's gone back and forth between being a captain and a sergeant. So that was kind of interesting. So anyways, getting into the story here. What's up now, Cap? Wait. What's up now, Captain? I've been let's see. I've been asked to investigate Madame Zora, the spiritualist, and learn if her racket's on the level. What I know about spooky, you can put in a thimble. That's why I'd like you to come along. Love is kind of crazy with a spooky little girl like you. Spooky. Now, let's just make sure there's nothing that's going to surprise us. Okay. Half an hour later. Not a very impressive looking joint, is it? Strange how fortune tellers are usually poppers or
poppers.
Good evening, gentlemen. The seance is just about to commence. If you will please be seated. Lights are extinguished. Those about the table link hands. So those about the table, meaning those who are surrounding the table, suddenly, Madame Zora rants. Samsar, Sheeswood Sally, or man, Raleigh goes into a trend. Oh, Madame Zora rants. Seance Raleigh goes into a trance, and in that instant, the room appears to become alive with alien presences. Yeah, between this and the other site, this one's the better. This one's the better scan. Strange in human sounds issue from the medium, from the medium's lips. Sounds which are unintelligible yet incredibly evil. Look at her face right there. Looks kind of grim, don't you think, Batgoat?
Looks like a dude.
I think she's an older lady.
Well, she's a heinous older lady that looks like a dude.
What do you say, Occult? Is she faking? No, no. And that's what worries me. It's dangerous to tamper with the supernatural world. At that instant, a gasp leaves those about the table. Above Madame Zora appears a cloud of phosphorescent ectoplasm, which slowly settles down upon the medium. Ectoplasm is, I believe, ectoplasm is ghostly matter. I mean, if you guys remember Ghostbusters, Slimer, that's what he was made of, ectoplasm. So, go ahead, Batgoat.
Ectoplasm. If you watch a lot of YouTube videos like I do, geeking out on like history stuff, spirituality got big in the 19th century, around the 1870s, 1880s, and the mediums, they were all fakes, of course, were using what they called ectoplasm, and they were starting to use photography too. So they would take just gels or like not mercury, but anything that would, when it's dark, would get luminescence, and just using, tricks that people hadn't seen with lights and stuff, and especially with camera usage, they were claiming to, that ectoplasm was a real thing. And so people were believing in spiritualism more in the late 19th century.
All right. My word, look. A manifestation. Madame Zora's eyes. Boy, I can't even read this. Man,
I can see her big, ugly man eyes, but yeah, I can't read that. I can't read that.
Madame Zora's eyes. I can see Occult at the end there. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that part because I can't even really. I can maybe make out 2 or 3 words in that. Yeah, that's how bad this can is. But abruptly, the medium springs to the room's only entrance, snatches down an ornamental spear, and faces her audience with bared teeth. That's gotta look bad when she's doing that.
Yeah, she's like Medusa. So the second I saw her, I'd be like, "Nyah!" And I wouldn't be able to fight anyways because she's so heinous.
Don't move if you value your lives. She's mad. No, possessed by an elemental. Let me handle this without interference. Dr. Occult locks Will's with Madame Zora. They stare at each other, eye to eye, while the sweat gathers on Occult's brow. She begins to yield. When the detective captain's booming voice breaks the spell, enough of this nonsense. I'll tear that spear out of her hands myself. Idiot! I almost had her under control. Now she'll murder us all. Kill, kill, kill.
I still say it's a man, baby. It's a man.
Oh, is that you trying to do Austin Powers there, Batgoat?
Yeah, and I failed horribly.
Yeah.
She's scary looking, but especially with that spear.
Yeah, you probably don't want to enter her house, especially if it's pitch black.
I don't want to mess with Madame Zora. No, correct. Nope.
As Madame Zora charges, all manage to evade. I just started chuckling, and I just started thinking of some people of today we could probably compare Madame Zora to.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
As Madame Zora charges, all manage to evade her, except Ellsworth, who is caught within a corner. Occult, save me!
He's got the spear going on him. He was crying like a little girl. Like his voice went up 10 octaves. Save me! Ah! It's Ma'am Zora. Leto. I get that. That's hilarious, dude.
Oh, like from the Married with Children, ma'am?
No. Have you ever seen the video of that guy, that the transgender woman that's in a was it the GameStop? No, that was Chris Chan. She's in a store and she's mad at the person behind the counter, so she's yelling, and he goes, "I'm sorry, sir," and she goes, "It's ma'am," and he's like, "Well, go outside." And there's a lady standing next to her and says, "Will you please stop swearing? My daughter's here." The "it's ma'am" woman was very irate. It's kind of a scary video. So
I didn't see that. So anyway.
When you say "it's man," that's what it's referring to. So it's not really a meme. It's just a video that a lot of us know.
Only Occult's swift action rescues the captain from a painful death. A few passes of Dr. Occult's hand, and the spear appears to change into a snake. A few waves of his hand, and it turns into a snake. That's
pretty cool. He's got some power.
Yeah. Well, he was trained by a magical cult. So the medium collapses in a dead faint. Woo. I thought I was a goner.
But all right, let him have a good night at work, dude.
All right. But how did you change that spear into a snake? It was merely an woo, I thought I was a goner. But how did you change that spear into a snake? It was an optical illusion. What about the old dame? Shall I haul her off to a cell?
Old dame.
No. Huh? What was that?
Old dame. I love it.
Yeah.
Dizzy broad.
Yeah. No, when she revives, she'll have no memory of having been. All right. No, when she revives, she'll have no memory of having been possessed by an evil spirit. Just see to it that she's forbidden to tamper with the psychic world. So basically, I think basically what they're saying is she actually legitimately did have ability to connect with a supernatural world.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh man, we're already at an hour 46.
Yeah, I was going to say you're going to want to jump into history.
Yeah,
because people are going to want to watch Nick tonight. That's with the Chris Chan thing.
Yeah. Well, what I will do before I do get into history, I will at least flash through the Radio Squad stories real quick. I won't read them, but I'll just kind of flash. I'll go to them and kind of flash through them real quick so people can at least look at them. We weren't able to get around to them. I think we did. And I hope Batgoat you'll join me afterwards for post game, as it were.
Absolutely. Okay, Hangman's going bye-bye.
Oh, here we go. So just to kind of, and again, I won't actually read it. I'd have a hard time reading this anyway. So just so you can all kind of look at it at least. I mean, it does kind of, some of this does look cool. Like the one story here is in color. And then the other, what I can tell you, because I did preview this a little bit, the other story was in black and white. And these stories were like 2 pages, so. Talk about talkies. And here's the other Radio Squad story. I said in black and white. This one's in black and white. And there we go. All right. So anyways, I'll just click it to the first page there. And we're pretty much done with that part. All right. Well, I hope everybody did enjoy what we were able to read. I hope you all enjoyed my voice work and
it was great. It was great. You did good. Those were good stories.
Yeah. Let's see what Toys had to say here on this. Way of the House Husband just got a live action movie.
Is that an anime?
Yeah, that's an anime.
I knew I'd heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. So we're at an hour and 49. I know people are going to want to get over to Nick. So we'll kind of wrap this up real quick here. So I'm glad everybody came in tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. And without it, today being Friday, July the 30th, the last day of July for us. And when we come back on Monday, we'll be in August, of course. And as such,
real quick before you start. Just before everyone drops out. I would like it. All right. Toys, I like the recommendation because I haven't started a new anime in a long time, so that's cool. Toys, I didn't send the swatch out this week. I will send it out this coming week. So sorry about that. But for everyone that's still around, this is the work that I showed this to everyone last week. This is going to go on the very top of the trophy, and it was just a piece of wood, so It was a photo frame thing. So this has a little alligator clip, which I call a roach clip. Mike, that's like, it's a marijuana usage term and stuff. So I'm just going to leave it on there as a joke since this is my hippie van. See, it's the green grass and the blue ocean, and I painted it all up. So that's going to be the top of the trophy. Next week, I'm going to work on the meat and potatoes, the big part of it. So it'll take some work. I'll let you guys know. I'm fired. All right. All right. Sorry, Toys.
Just to let people know, so Nick's stream tonight is based on National Friendship Day 2021 with Drex and 3 dots, null, question mark. So
that's the Kiwi Farms guy.
Yeah, okay. So anyways, and Batgoat, I hope you'll stick around afterwards for post game, as I said.
Sure, yes.
So I'm glad everybody came in tonight. I appreciate all the likes and shares. I hope everybody had a good time, listening to the stories and getting a little bit of a, taking a nice little trip back to 1938.
Kind of fun having all those personal weird questions asked to us in the beginning of the stream too. That was interesting, I thought.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna try to talk to you about that before the stream, but then we had to get. I'll talk to you a little bit about it afterwards. Anyway, so without today being Friday, July the 30th, 2021, let's get ready to take a look back on this day in each history.
History!
2011. Okay. So, our first stop, we're gonna go back 30 years ago to 1991, as on this day in 1991, Marvel Comics would release onto newsstand. Would release on newsstands NAM number is the 60th issue of, I believe that's NAM. I believe it's got a hypotheses or whatever. I think that's short for Vietnam, I guess. The 60th issue of NAM.
You'd pronounce it Nam.
Nam. Okay, Nam. For $1.50, 36 pages. Part of the reason why I picked this, of course, because it was written by Chuck Dixon. The legendary Chuck Dixon is currently working with Archaven right now, who was also the he would, I think, go on a couple of years after this to create Bane, the Batman villain Bane, for DC. So the story was every kind of people. I believe this is a story based on like Vietnam, the Vietnam War and all that. So written by Chuck Dixon, penciled by Wayne Mansent, Kim DeMulder doing the inking, and then lettering and coloring done by Hugh Felix. So on this date, 30 years ago today, the 60th issue of NAM, party, yeah. It's Friday, okay. I see those. So anyways, I should probably focus and make sure we get through this so everybody can get going here. So the next piece of niche history, rather, on this date in 2001, which was 20 years ago today, from the First Union Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, WWF at the time would host its Monday Night Raw event, and in the main event on that show saw the Brothers of Destruction, Kane and the Undertaker, defeat the Dudley Boys in a tag team table match. Also on the night saw X-Pac representing the WWF. X-Pac, also known as Six, also known as the Kid, the Lightning Kid, the 1-2-3 Kid, real name Sean Waltman, defeating Billy Kidman representing WCW for the WCW Cruiserweight. This is, of course, during the Invasion angle. Booker T would defeat Kurt Angle for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship in a no disqualification match. Hurricane Helms and Torrie Wilson would defeat Lita and Matt Hardy in an intergender tag team match. Rob Van Dam would retain the WWE Hardcore title over to Jerry, and the opening match of the night saw Chris Jericho defeat Taz in 32 seconds. So that happened 20 years ago today. And finally, after that, got one more piece of niche history to do, and then we will be done. So on this date, 10 years ago today, in 2011, I'll get to that in just a moment here. I know I'm probably going a little bit fast. So on this date, 10 years ago today, the film Alice in the Country of Hearts, Wonderful Wonder World, was released in Japan by Asahi Production. It was basically a Japanese variation or Japanese adaptation of Alice in Wonderland, basically, from what I understand. So on this date, and it's kind of funny because I think we also had another piece of history of the Disney Alice in Wonderland that was released in this month as well. So on this date, 10 years ago today, Asahi Productions would release their adaptation of Alice in Wonderland, Alice in the Country of Hearts, Wonderful Wonder World. So that's it for history, guys. And I thank you all again for being here tonight. I may have seemed to ramble on a little bit at the end there, trying to get everything in as best I could. I thank you all for being. I thank everybody for being here. I know everybody wants to get over to Nick's. We almost did cover the whole 2 hours. It's like hour 57 now. So, anyways, guys, I thank you all again for being here, and I look forward.
Woody won lulls tonight.
Oh, nobody won. Nobody won lulls tonight.
Woody won lulls.
Oh, Woody won lulls. Okay, I should have let you do that. Sorry about that, Batgoat.
It's cool. It's cool. We're good. I marked it down.
Okay. Well, guys, I hope to see you all back here on Monday for more niche news coverage, and of course, next Friday will be next Friday as we're heading into August here. We'll be looking at Centaur Comics. We'll be looking at how kind of the transition of Ultim publication becoming Centaur Comics, and of course, we'll be reading from some of their works. So until Monday, guys. Bye.